Rajeshri Venkatramanan, 80 words English Shorthand Speed Dictation. It is Kerala Government Technical Examination Lower Speed. Please subscribe, practice very well. Okay, we can start. The Delhi tragedy is the latest entry in the grim index of the poor state of Medicare in the country. Against each such mass tragedy that attracts public attention, there are perhaps scores of individual tragedies that occur every day throughout the country. These make no news, not even they are due wholly to avoidable causes like lack of hospital hygiene or timely medical aid or adulterated medicine or sheer negligence. The problem primarily and perhaps chiefly is one of numbers. There are just not enough hospitals, enough doctors, and enough nurses to do the job even in major metropolises, let alone the sprawling countryside. Given the magnitude of the country's population, the normal incidence of sickness would by itself pose formidable problems. These become all the more numerous and complicated in the context of the variegated effects of poverty in the country. All this is known, and so are the lines of medical action. But when it comes to actually doing something, the action becomes lethargic and lopsided. And this under the perennial excuse of lack of funds. The financial constraint is a genuine one, but there is more to it than that. The fatalism that has seeped deep into the marrow of society, as well as the sense of resignation on the part of the medical profession, is not a result entirely of factors beyond our collective control. A major part of the pervasive sense of resignation is traceable to the lack of a sense of priority in much of the official effort at social uplift. The New Delhi Municipal Committee's reported decision to go into luxury hotel business is a characteristic case in point, where there is the choice between a hospital and a hotel, especially for a civic organization. And the answer to this question lies, at least in part, the remedy to the problems of public welfare. When the Prime Minister referred recently in an interview to a foreign agency that some of the harsh methods of the police in India were a hangover from the colonial days. She expressed the government's anxiety to see that indefensible practices like torture of prisoners in jails were not tolerated. In this context, it is significant that the UP government is taking strong action against police officials who were found to have been involved in the deaths of as many as prisoners in police lockups in the state. Death in a police lockout means that the victim was in police custody for purposes of investigation. This is the stage in which the police, in their zeal to unearth a crime, are apt to use third-degree methods against suspects or their accomplices. When such methods result in death, the reaction among the public can be easily imagined. The cases against the police officials in Uttar Pradesh must be duly published so that the police elsewhere may learn a lesson. Nothing is more likely to undermine the public's confidence in the law and order.